Hey, happy Wednesday, folks. Happy hump day. Thank you for joining me for episode 43 of Soapbox Daily. Hey, I'm your host, Mad Morgan, and I'm coming at you for another wonderful Wednesday, midweek day of Soapbox Daily. And glad to have you here. Today, we're posing the question, if you won a big lottery, what would you do first? That's what we're going to hit you up with today on this hump day. And also keep in mind, this evening is another episode of Get Off My Soapbox. Please feel free to check that out if you'd like. It's our long format show where we, go on for a longer format, at least a half hour, if not longer. And how is your integrity today? So far, been a couple days into the week so far. We're on day number 3. Have you had a good integrity week? And are you being the change the world needs? And last but not least, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this show and also our long format show of Get Off My Soapbox. There's also a bunch of social links at the top of this page. Check those out as we are currently moving into getting on Facebook as well. There seems to be a lot of traffic on Facebook. So we're going to kick ourselves over there for our shows to share the love and let everybody know about us. So let's get into today's show. If you won a big lottery, what would you do first? Well, there are some suggestions of what you should do first before you go crazy, because that's the biggest thing when people think about winning the lottery and what they would do with it and what would I spend money on? What would I buy? Where would I go? But there's a few things you should start off with. We're going to start with this. What's a few things you should do before you go spending it? And they made some suggestions. I'm going to quickly go through these. Don't tell anyone. When you find out you won the lottery, you probably have a list of people you want to tell. Don't tell anybody, because then you'll find a whole bunch of new friends and family you didn't realize you had. Don't hurry. Your lottery winnings aren't going anywhere. There's usually a limit on how long you have to claim. It's usually a year. So don't rush, because you need to make a plan. Don't assume you can manage the money because you've never dealt with that kind of money before. So you might want to sit back and pause for a second. Seek out a financial planner. Don't start spending any money for the first 6 months. Let your head come down to earth, right? Start making some rational thoughts on stuff. And whatever you do, don't quit your job. As much as you want to quit your job because you like your job or don't like your job, don't quit your job. Okay. Also, hey, don't lose track of a budget. Don't start getting off a budget. You have to really think about this. Now, what do you do with your winnings? Of course, when you start out, pay off everything. Pay off your debts. What would you do first? Well, logically, other than making a plan, getting a financial advisor, getting a lawyer, getting all the legalities taken care of to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row before you go cash in your ticket, once you've done all that and decide, okay, we're going to go for it, we're going to cash in the ticket, then start pay off stuff. Start making a safety net, because the thing is that there's too many stories out there about people that are winning lotteries and they're broke within a year. It happens. People get completely out of control thinking that they have endless amounts of money. After you've waited, made a plan, not rushed into cashing that ticket, once you do, pay off your stuff and then start making a safety net. Get a financial advisor, an honest, trusted, well-reviewed one. Get that out. Make a safety net, so even if for some reason the economy doesn't work out or stuff doesn't work out, that you have something to fall back on. Give some back. That's the next thing you should do. Plan some charitable donations, and then start looking in. Once you've put money aside, you've paid off your debts, you've did your charitable donations, start protecting your assets, make sure the legality is taken care of, and then sit back and monitor your stress. Because now you got the money, so now you got that little cushion that you can sit back and not have to worry about bills. But now you got to start worrying about and working on, of course, your life, right? Stay physically fit, maintain a healthy diet, spend time with friends and loved ones, continue pursuing your hobbies, seek counseling if needed, but don't let it consume you. Don't go spending on a spree. Don't start buying everything in sight. Plan it out. Be logical about it. Get some advice. Because there's people that say, oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they do. But you have to start off with stop, think, breathe, resist the urge to call, make sure you sign the ticket, lock it up, do the financial planner thing, work out a plan. Oh, yes, a big thing. Change your contact information. Rent a place that you can put a phone in your name and a mailing address that's nowhere near you, like a post office box or something along those lines, because eventually everybody's going to want to track you down. So you want to have a fake address and contact information. So when everybody starts calling you looking for money. And once you got that in place, seek out some advisors. Now I'm quickly go into some crazy ideas that people have that they would do. We had everything from from people going on shopping sprees to buying casinos to, I mean, you name it. There's some really ridiculous things that people have done. Like, and some people don't really think they're ridiculous, but they want to do, like travel to space. There's another one, start your own sports team, buy a plane, fly around the world, build a casino in Las Vegas, name it after yourself, pay for college. Well, that comes under the bills thing. Buy a private island. I mean, there's a lot of ridiculous ideas that people have when it comes to, hey, if I came into a lot of money, what would I do? I know me personally, I would buy some land outside of the city and build myself a nice ranch type thing. Nice ranch, house with everything I need, pool, you name it, blah, blah, blah. My own quiet little solitude away from everybody and away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. And that's what I would start with. That would be the first thing I would do, my little Shangri-La. So that's what I would do when I won the lottery. Everything else I've been thinking about for years. So I would implement all those suggestions I made with starting off slow, getting a plan and going from there. But hey, what would you do? And I'd love to hear from you. Please check us out on Twitter at MadSoapbox. Leave your replies to the show. I would love to hear what you would do first if you won the lottery, what you'd do with that money. I'd be really curious because everybody has some ideas of what they would do. But hey, give me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, hey, for this Wednesday, I hope you have an amazing day moving forward. Please check in to Get Off My Soapbox this evening for our long format show. You know, if those of you that would like to hear more today, I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, hey, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. I hope you have an amazing day moving forward, and I will see you next episode.